Miami Star Tarot. I am going to be reading for Saturday night, March 7th. I am going to read to see how your night's going to go, if you're going out, if you're out there to meet someone special, whatever it is that you have in mind for tonight, I will be reading for you. We'll start with Leo. These will be a very quick read, just to see how Saturday night will go for you, Leo. You have the Hanged Man, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. All right, Taurus, if you are out to see how your night's going to be, if you have somebody in mind, I think you're going to have to open your mind a little bit. And I feel like you have the tendency to get razor focused on what you want. And sometimes that tends to be something that gets you really, really stuck. Tonight, open your mind, and you might meet someone that's a little bit different from your usual type, and that's okay. And I think you really need to open your mind. This person is going to be very fun, a little domineering, but just someone that's very passionate. And I think they're going to really like you. So I think you need to open your mind a little bit tonight, Leo. That's what I have for you. Next is going to be Virgo. What is Saturday night going to be like for Virgo? All right. Let's get these cards cut and ready to go for Virgo. You got the Star. That is a very, very good self-awareness card. King of Sword. And you also got the Seven of Wands. Virgo, tonight, I think you're going to have to cut somebody off tonight. I think what's going to happen is maybe for yourself, maybe self-preservation. If you have a date, I'm so sorry to say this, but if you do have a date, it may not go that well. Not your fault, not at all. I think this person is just, you guys are just not a match. You really just are not a match. And I feel like you're going to outshine them in every way. They're just, I think this person's going to be a very stubborn person, and maybe someone that's really, really set in their way and a little judgmental. So it's up to you if you really want to stick the date out or not. I'm actually going to pull, should you stick the date out? Yeah, I think you should stick it out. You have the Knight of Wands. I think you might be able to have a little bit of fun with this person, but you're going to see that it's just not for you. So I think this one really, really goes for Virgos who are going out on a date tonight with somebody new. And this could also even transfer into meeting somebody new. And then by the end of the night, you're going to realize, this person's not for me. So that's who this is speaking to, those Virgos. All right, Virgo, we're done. Let's move on to Libra. What is Libra's Saturday night going to look like? The cards cut. And Libra. What does Saturday look like for Libra? Funny, you have two pages on this spread, and I feel that you might have two different people that you're going to meet or you're going to be talking to tonight. The one you like may not necessarily be the one that's the best for you. I think the one that you are liking a little bit less, I think that person's going to be a little more boring for you, Libra. So you might find them a little bit boring and be thinking like, this one's cuter. He has more of a personality. The other one's a little bit of a player, and he's a little emotional. And he might, I can't say player. I'm going to take that back. I think this person's going to be a little emotional and maybe a little bit too demanding or clingy. So the one that's going to be better for you is the option that's going to be a little bit more boring, maybe the plainer one. Excuse me. He's not going to be as loud and rambunctious as the other one. Maybe he's not as fun. But I think that that's the one that you need to try to go for. If you're juggling between two and you're like, I don't know, you might have fun with this one, but I feel like the one that you're really gonna like, the cuter one with the better personality, he might just not be as trustworthy. I think he might be a little tipsy, a little too drunk for your taste. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Let's move on to Scorpio, little spicy Scorpios. Let's see what you're going to get. I don't think that a lot of people can pull a fast one on a Scorpio, but let's find out. Scorpio, what is your night going to be like? Oh, Scorpio, I think you're going to find a lot of fun tonight. Two things. So the Lovers is always really nice to have on a spread, okay? Always nice to have on a spread. It could mean love. It could also mean some hella lust, okay? So you definitely going to be finding someone that you're very, very attracted to. They're very, very attracted to you. I could see a little romance happening later that night if you want it to. But I'm not sure about love here. There might be an age gap between you two, but there's definitely sparks and definite super, super attracted both ways. It's going to go both ways. If you want, you're going to be able to finish that night off with a little romance if that's what you like. And again, it's a balance thing. You know, you've got the Six of Pentacles here, and that doesn't always mean, it's like a discrepancy in power. So this person might just be a little older than you, or they might be somebody that is just looking for a good time for themselves or looking out for themselves is what I'm trying to say. So, but definite sparks, Scorpio, definite end of the night if that's what you're into, possibilities. So you do with that what you want. Sagittarius, our adventurous ones. Let's see. Oh, and I have to say, there's not going to be any love lost or any hurt feelings if you go through with your evening. With this is for Scorpio. You're not going to be broken or heartbroken over it. So, all right, let me do a couple more shuffles for Sagittarius since I had to back up and talk about Scorpio again. So Sagittarius, what's up for Saturday night for Sagittarius? All right, a lot of earth energy here, like pretty much all earth energy that you've got going on here. I think you might be hanging out with some work people. I also see in this situation opportunity for advancement if it's not related to work or related to work. Either way, there's going to be some opportunity for you job-wise. All right, Sagittarius, or there's an opportunity for something financial, like a financial gain, or it could be anything as simple as meeting someone who works doing something that you like, and you're going to be able to pick their brain, and maybe it's going to start putting ideas in your head. It could be someone that you're talking to that you're running into where maybe you want a promotion or something at work. And it might be good to kind of getting good with that person. Something that's going to really financially benefit you. You also have the Empress. And the Empress is, I think, a good card, but it's also grounding you to things that are a little bit more domestic. So it could be something about your home, work, love. There could be a little bit of love there. Maybe you might run into somebody that you really admire. I feel it's going to be more of somebody you admire. You may not end up doing anything, but this person, you might just kind of admire them a little bit more from afar, or you might mingle with them a little bit and be really just happy that you met them. I don't know if you've ever just had a really good night, you meet someone, you find them super attractive, and nothing comes of it, but for some reason it's a great night and you really, really appreciate having had the time to talk to them. So I think you're gonna, if it's a love thing, you're gonna walk away like that with this person. However, I think you're going to make some connections there. So that's what I have for Sag. We are going to move on to Capricorns. Let's see what's going on with Capricorns. I was hoping to make this video under 30 minutes. Under 20, sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. All right, Capricorn. Oh, you got the 8 and the 7 of Swords, and then the Queen of Swords. Oh, Capricorn, this may not be your night for romance. This might be more of your night where you're gonna have to make a decision, and I think you're just gonna have to take some control over something that's going on. And this may not, of course this isn't for every Capricorn out there, but I think you might have to cut someone loose tonight. And it looks like this is something that you've kind of been dealing with for a bit. Maybe it's somebody that you've been, kind of going out and you're just kind of wondering, do I want this person in my life or not? They're not very honest and they are not the best person for you. So if you were trying to look for the best in them, which I think I don't know, I'm going to take that back. Sorry, Capricorns, you know how you are. Sometimes you can just be abrupt and not give anybody a chance at all. But in the event that you were trying to give somebody a chance or the benefit of the doubt, I think tonight's going to be your day, your night where you're going to say, done. So sorry, my cat's senile and she's like screaming coming up here. She's not sick. Don't worry. She's fine. All right, so Capricorn, tonight, I think you're going to have to just get rid of them. I think that's the end and you're going to know it. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. There's my kitty. Guys, I promise she's not sick. She's just very, very old. I'm over here, Esme. All right, who are we on? Aqua, Aquarius. Let me do a couple good shuffles to clear the energy. Aquarius and Saturday night. What's Aquarius and Saturday night going to look like? All right. Aquarius, let's see. Oh, Aquarius, looks like you might find, oh my goodness, Aquarius. Oh, all right, Aquarius, you are full of love and sexual energy tonight. It's going to be a lot of that going on. Now, the good thing is, I personally feel like this person is going to, I can't say change you, but if you end up with this person overnight, when you wake up in the morning, I think this person has the potential to like reawaken something in you. If it ends up just being a one-night stand, it's just going to be a one-night stand, but they're going to awaken something in you that you maybe felt like has been lost. Maybe you're kind of going through a breakup and then you're going to meet this person. Whether you end up spending the night together or not does not matter. So don't think that you have to. Either way, this person is going to kind of change the way you look at things. If you're just getting, out of a breakup, this person's something's gonna just go like that in your head and you're just gonna say, hey, why am I still like pouting around for this other person? There's life out there. There's people out there. So Aquarius, I think this is a good thing for you. Whatever you end up doing is up to you. You don't need to go all the way through with anything, but this person, there's going to be a lot of lust and a lot of attraction. It could be a first date. It could just maybe be, I don't even know how to say it, but like, maybe you've been dating somebody and tonight's just going to be the day where you're going to be like, wow, I kind of really like this person. And it's going to let you let go of something that you need to let go of and look forward to something new. All right, that's what I have for Aquarius. I cannot see the comments right now. I'm hoping that you guys can all hear me. I do see some comments going on. If you can hear me, can you give me a sign, please? Please. It's been a long time. I'm rusty right now. All right, let's go on to Pisces. Pisces. Let's do one more. Pisces. What's going on this Saturday night for Pisces? All right. I don't know why I keep getting like it's either new love or excitement, like physical attraction, or I'm getting heartbreak or someone's breakups and things like that. It looks to me like this is really, really speaking to those Pisces out there that are feeling a little bit depressed or like they don't have a lot going on. Maybe they're heartbroken. I think that tonight, and I want to put a little, I'm going to pull one more card, but I want to give it more of a little personal touch for this one and spin it in a positive way, because I think there's both negative and positive. If you are just kind of not feeling great about yourself, I think that you have the choice tonight of whether you're going to open yourself up to talk to other people or simply have fun, because you don't always meet people when you go out, even if that's your intention. But I do think that a lot of this is going to be about your attitude about what you want to happen. You have the Strength card here, and I pulled the Two of Swords, which it really speaks to your mind, obviously your mind, but it's the power of your mind and the choices that you make. A lot of decisions can be made, even if your heart is not really wanting to make a certain decision. Your mind has the power to force your heart to stick through something, and that's the decision, and that's it. So I feel like you just need to give yourself a chance tonight to have a lot of fun, enjoy yourself, and just forget about what's bothering you. Forget, if there's a person out there, forget about them, okay? Just forget about them. Hi, Blue Collins. I'm looking at my phone right now and I'm seeing some comments there. Anyways, just let it go. You do have the power in your mind, Pisces, to let go of things that are bothering you. You have the strength. It's just a matter of you calling it out and saying, you know what, tonight I'm not doing this. Tonight I'm going to have fun. Tonight I'm opening myself up to new people. Or just having fun with your friends. Just having fun with your friends. It doesn't have to be about another person. But tonight, let it go. Just let things go and force yourself not to think about the things that are bothering you. All right, Aries. You are next. I have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer last. All right, Aries. What's going on with Aries for Saturday night? You are going to be in your element, Aries. Tonight is your night. I think that tonight you're going to shine. You're going to be you're going to attract people. You're going to attract people that are going to want to talk to you. If you're in a mixed sort of group with males, females, people are going to find you exciting and fun tonight. You are going to be the life of the party. You also have the moon in there, and so the moon is in the middle, so it's kind of sending a message. You have this right here, which you're going to dominate tonight. You are going to be the it person. Over here, you do have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. I think that you're going to have your choice of what you want to happen tonight. I think you're going to be popular. You're going to be the life of the party. So I feel like you're going to have your choice of what you want to happen. The moon is in the middle. It's standing out, and it's not a warning, but for some reason it wants you to hold some things back. If you have the tendency to drink too much, Aries, maybe tonight, don't overdo it. You don't want to overshare some things. So I think you need to keep things a little mysterious. So try to hold back a little bit and try to add a little mystery to it. And I think anytime someone adds a little bit of mystery, it just makes things more exciting. So Aries, I think you will be the life of the party. I think the way you look is going to be key. If you are very attractive, or you are very attractive, you're going to be very attractive tonight. Let's just say that to a lot of people. You're going to get your wish fulfillment, whatever you want. You are going to get tonight. So, but of course, practice a little bit of self-preservation and maybe hold back a little bit. Just don't overshare some things tonight, Aries. And watch the drinks. All right, that's what I have for Aries. Next is Taurus. I'm Taurus and I'm going out tonight, so let's see what advice I have for myself. What is Taurus going to experience tonight on Saturday night? Sorry, I was checking the camera because I wanted to see if I could see myself live or not. How about that? I figured out how to do it. Oh, that was a dud. Okay, let me do one more Taurus and see what is happening for Taurus tonight. How am I going to spend my Saturday night? I'm going out with my daughter and my sister. And I am actually going to flip these over because I had my deck upside down. I don't read reversals, because I can usually, I've been doing tarot for 34 years. I can tell when a card, even if it's upright, is in the reverse. So that's why I always keep them that way. All right. I don't think this is going to apply to me. Obviously, I'm married. So here we go. Taurus. I think that tonight is going to be about friends, a lot of friendships. I think some of you guys are going to be going out with a big group of friends, okay? There is somebody that's coming in. The Knight of Swords is a little bit of an aggressive character. They really, really try to get what they want, Taurus, okay? So it might be that you're in a group of friends. I'm trying to figure out if you know this person. So let me see if it's someone from the past. I want to say it's somebody from the past, Taurus. It's somebody that you know that is possibly going to be trying to like kind of stick themselves back into your life. And I don't think you're going to want them there. I'm going to pull one more card. Sorry. It's just, that one's kind of confusing me, and this one too. I think it's somebody that you're broken up with. You might run into them. And I think this person is just going to try to stick themselves in your business or try to work their way over to your crowd, your people. If you are, I think that if you are a person that's married, it could be not married, but divorced. It could be somebody, you're going to be running into someone that's trying to just kind of stick themselves back into your life. I think they're going to try to prove to you that they're kind of hoping that you miss them. They're going to be trying to act like, hey, look at me. I'm this great person and I'm so much fun, and hoping that you kind of just forget what they were like and why you guys broke up, or why, if you're not married, like why, or divorced, sorry, married and divorced, why you're not with them. They're going to try to get you to look at them. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of energy about someone that just wants to come back. They might be trying to buy you drinks, or, you know, like just trying to act like the big person. I'm getting a lot of male energy here for this person, like the big man, and trying to show you like that you missed out and look how fun I am. But it's just someone that you've just been pushing away, that you don't want around you. So you might run into somebody that you are no longer with, is what I'm getting. So if you don't want that to happen and you usually have a hangout, you might want to think about maybe a different hangout, going somewhere new if you don't want to run into them. Okay, next is Gemini. Let's do one more to clear. All right, Gemini, what is Saturday night going to look like for you? Tonight, Gemini, is about focus on yourself and self-improvement and just finding yourself. I think just if you're going out with friends, just have fun with your friends. I am personally not seeing any kind of romantic anything going on tonight. I don't know if that's what you're wanting or not wanting, but tonight is just really going to be about yourself. I think there is something that you need to kind of put to the past, or put in the past and leave it there and not think about it anymore. And that could be a lot of different things. Maybe something happened job-wise, maybe you lost your job, maybe something happened at work, or you're just not feeling good about something. There's definitely an end to something in your life right now. And I did pull this card out and then I just kind of put it back. So the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there could also be something disappointing, like maybe you received some disappointing news and maybe you're kind of in a bummed, like, you know, it's just kind of a bummer for you. So I think you just need to focus on yourself right now. I don't think that this is going to be a night where you need to worry about meeting someone, going out, being the life of the party. I don't think you need to worry about being that. I think you just really just enjoy your friends, enjoy the people that you're with, and just try to let go of whatever. I feel like it's just bad news, or it put an end to something, or something that you were hoping for did not come through. 10. This looks like an awful card, but honestly, it's the beginning of the end of a chapter, and it's opening of the door for a new chapter. So if this is job related or something happened, maybe Friday wasn't a great day for you at work, it just means that let that go, put it in the past, and you're going to move on to something new. So I don't see any romance for you tonight, Gemini. All right, I'm down to my last one, and I feel like 30 minutes is my time. That's always been my time, 30 minutes, but I was trying to make it a little shorter. All right, let me give it a couple good shuffles, Cancer, and let's see how your night is going to be. I know a lot of Cancers. Popular zodiac sign. Okay, one more. Clear all the energy for tonight, Cancer. Clear that energy. Let's see. Saturday night for Cancer. I'm getting that card again. We're getting a lot of like letting go of something. All right. Oh, wait. No, that's not the 10 of Swords. It's the 9 of Swords. Okay. This is actually interesting. You have two of the major arcanas. And I can't say this one's religious, but it's spiritual. So there's a lot of spiritual things going on. This one is more, it's more of the grounding you. It can be religious, but it's also about morals and just like the way you think about life in general. I'm gonna pull one more for this one to see if there's anything going on here. All right, so this is gonna speak out to something very specific, and I think it may not reach every Cancer out there, but I think that some of you are probably having a hard time at work about something. Maybe something came up at work that you might need a change. I feel like this is kind of a change that some people need to make. The Hierophant to me is telling me that you need to really figure out what you're wanting to do about certain people. I think this has to do with work. I don't think there's any love energy going on in here. I think it's maybe just some cutting some ties with some people. I don't think, I'm gonna put the sun right here. I don't think this has anything to do with love. I think it's strictly, there is something that is seriously stressing you out with some people at work. And I think that you really need to put an end to it. There's also a reputation part. You need to really look out for yourself. Whatever is going on at work, there's a reputation that might be at risk if you continue. And I'm almost looking at it like it's one person that's really giving you a hard time, or they're just kind of talking too much. There's too much talk. And I think you need to keep your mouth really, really shut and not give your 2 cents about anything. And don't let this thing go back and forth. I think this is something that you just let them do what they're gonna do. And I think you're gonna come out looking a little bit better. I don't know if this person is just spreading some lies or saying something about you, but it's really affecting you. But I feel like the truth of the matter is going to come out a lot more clearly if you don't participate. It's almost like the person who talks too much kind of tells on themselves. It's a situation like that. What does this have to do with Saturday night? That's what that's what I'm having a really hard time looking at. And the only thing that points to me for Saturday, and I think this is just on your mind, but I think you just have to have fun tonight. The Sun is the happiest card that you can have. I just realized right now, because I'm looking at the panel on the TV, that this needs to be a little bit higher this way. I think you just need to have fun. I think you just need to focus on the good things for Saturday night. Keep your mouth shut. Let the other person tell on themselves. So that is all I have for Saturday night. And I hope that some of this at least was good for some of you and you enjoyed it. Thank you and have a great Saturday night.